What's up, people? So I just had an amazing hot yoga class. I practice here at the Long Beach Yoga Studio, and I've been coming to this place since 2011, practicing the 26 postures of Bikram Yoga. And today's class was awesome. The teacher's awesome. Very positive guy, funny guy. He adds a lot of color in his tone. You know, like he keeps your interest, and he's positive, and he gives good feedback. So I think that's important when you're in a setting like that, whether you're a teacher or a student. You kind of need some positive energy shooting out towards you. Gentle, sometimes more aggressive, but yeah. I had a great morning, and during this moving meditation, I started thinking about what are my goals, where do I want to be as I move forward in my life. And you know, like, obviously I want to play music, I like teaching, I want to continue treating my body well, and then also incorporating different arts, music, movement, you know, martial arts, self-defense, philosophy, healthy habits and healthy eating. So right now I am thinking about, you know, just really treating my body super awesome. I had this vision of some sort of my own yoga studio space, my own school, you know, something with a large enough space that could fit, you know, 20-30 people, something where I can offer hot yoga classes, or sauna, meditation, and I would love this to be somewhere in New York State, maybe Long Island, but somewhere where there's trees and nature, you know, maybe where there's a need for it, and people could come. Maybe there's a place where people could come, and there could be bungalows or places for people to stay and do retreats. I feel like I really need a retreat right now of this nature, and I might seek something out immediately, so that I could learn different things that I could share. Yeah, life is good, and I'm grateful. I'm healthy, and I have a wonderful family. I have wonderful students, a wonderful job. I live in this incredible city by the sea in Long Beach, New York. And although as a kid I loved watching kung fu and karate and martial arts films, I never started that part of my life until about 2 years ago. And I've just been dabbling with it, and I kind of hit a wall doing so many shows this summer. It was really hard for me to have a regular schedule of sleep. A lot of times I'd be like out late and drinking and just trying to wake up and start my day and get my life going. And I did a pretty good job, but I was burning the candle at both ends. And I was getting somewhere with both Muay Thai and some karate. And you know, it's time to like really double down and you know, release things that aren't serving me and move forward so that I could be the shining light that I know I could be for a lot of people. I already am a light for people. I already put out a lot of energy, but I want to do more, and I want to do more for myself, and I want to live a nice long life if I can, and share the wisdom and skills that I've acquired through the years. So right now I'm challenging myself to refrain from any kind of substance that's not good for me right now. So I'm gonna put the drink down for a little bit. I've done this before in my life, but I really feel like I need it right now in my life, and it's gonna help my relationships. And I'm just excited because a lot of readers, I've been watching astrological and tarot card readers, and you know, empaths and psychics, and I can't believe how much stuff I relate to in those readings. And one of the things I'd like to do for Shaman Soup, which is a channel I started I love soup, okay? Somebody commented that, oh, you got to eat it raw, it's better. Like, and that's fine. I'll learn how to do raw eating. And, it's kind of like if you start a channel called Best Pizza and somebody's like, pizza's horrible. Like, so anyway, I love soup. Yesterday I made a chili, and it was my first chili I ever made. It came out so good. My daughter was like, this is so good. And like, she's really hard to please with food. She even said, it's better than mommy's. And I was like, that's fine. So anyway, I'm just, I'm trying to learn how to piece together a healthy lifestyle in all the different areas. And I'm really excited to move towards this goal. Like I want to organize my music method better. I have one, and it's been working for a long time. I have some of the same music sheets since 2004, when an after school program director had me submit like exercises and things for each of the instruments I'd be teaching. I've been like, adding on to that, ornamenting it, sculpting it, but I keep saying in a lot of the lessons, I don't have the time, I got to do this, I got to rewrite it, I got to redo it. And I'd like to publish it. I'd like to get it out in a book form, PDF, a digital PDF, maybe the accompanying videos. Everybody's got their own flavor, their own taste, and I'd like to share mine with the world. So this is kind of an affirmation for me and an affirmation for you guys out there, that I'm putting myself on a new path, a new journey that's stronger than before. I've dabbled in these paths, and we'll see how long it lasts. Look, a lot of us like dessert, and some of us like to eat meat, and they like that little fat and grizzle that comes with it. But ultimately, it's been shown that, some things clog your arteries, or, maybe there's an ethical thing behind it, like, the treatment of animals, and you don't agree with it, or, maybe too much sugar is not good, and gives you high blood pressure and headaches, and maybe it eats at your teeth, and like, so yeah, we like stuff. I like wine, I like beer, I like sake, I like whiskey. And in 2022, I started drinking after abstaining for like 3 years. I did a 3-year run of awesomeness, and I learned a lot, and I focused on my spirituality and helping others, and I brought that forward. It was sometime during the COVID era that I just started reading about how human beings should be able to control themselves and temper themselves, and I was missing wine, and I kind of went to my family members and I said, hey, I'm thinking about drinking again, and you think it's okay with you? I mean, I didn't stop drinking because something tragic happened, but my life wasn't at optimal performance level for many, many years, and I knew it was slowing me down. As well as dabbling with, smoking the Mary J, which is also, I smell it, and I think it smells nice, but the effect it has on my throat and my lungs, I always feel worse after 1 or 2 times of doing that. So I kind of dropped that a while ago, actually, and I rarely do that. Every once in a while I like to do that, but now I'm like focusing on what do I have to do in 2026 to make my life brilliant? How can I inspire people? Now marijuana is legal, and now it's everywhere. People are vaping, all this stuff, but I just feel like it's a crutch. It's a crutch, and it's cool. If you want to do that, that's fine. For me, I feel like I'm kind of done with that lifestyle. I want to move forward in a healthy, positive way. So this is a big deal right now. I don't know. I think this is God inspired, the universe, my ancestors. I mean, I've been listening to different readers, and they're like, what do you want to accomplish? Now's the time to set your goals. Like, in the new year, what do you want? I've never been so in touch with myself. Just, spending a lot more time. I was in a wonderful relationship for like close to 3 years, not to mention a great marriage. The marriage ended, but we're still very good friends, and we raised our daughter together, and they live very close to me. So it's almost like it just morphed. It didn't really end. And then I became involved and in love with another woman who is super amazing and taught me so much and exposed things that I need to work on as well. And so here I am. We actually took a break for 6 months this past year, and it was the longest stretch of time that I had been single in, like, I'm not gonna say centuries, but definitely I feel like decades. I don't know. I always seem to have been in a long-term relationship in my life. So all that space had me thinking, growing, getting into routines. That's when I started the martial arts workout, and having some space, you know, being able to wake up, make some tincture tea, meditate, or listen to some positive messages on YouTube from various sources, which I'll share in my playlist link on the Shaman Soup for You channel. And it's Shaman Soup, the number 4 and the letter U, which I have an Instagram of the same name. And that's about it. This is getting long. We're at what, 11 minutes? Woo, 11:11. It just passed. So anyway, I'm a human. I'm a 52-year-old dude who, you know, just wants to see the world in a better place. I want to live my life in a better place, and I know to wear this chapter as a loose garment, not to hold it too tightly, and also to give me, if I decide that I do want to drink again, or I want to do something else again, I have the opportunity. But at this point, I've been doing cycles in my life, and relationship cycles, sobriety cycles, and I really want to reach the next level. You know, there's this concept of the ascended master. And, you know, for a long time, I had a little nickname of Guru Noir because I'm Benoit. And people, you know, I'd tell them I went to a yoga, and they'd be like, "Are you a yogi?" And I only feel recently that I'm really stepping into this role of a guru, a yogi, because it takes a long time to learn certain elements and to practice them, to own up to your mistakes, to strive to do better, to seek out counseling and advice if you need it. And I've been doing all those things. So I'm happy to announce that the next chapter has begun, and Ninja Noir is on his way to becoming somebody who's more inspiring and enlightened and ready to help the world. And I hope you're going to be part of that journey. Tell me what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Peace.